Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is your thoughts are not always correct.
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is your thoughts are not always correct. So I always talk about using your intuition and knowing what's really going on for you, right? And I've said, use the first thing that pops in your head, and that still stands. But what happens is our minds, our monkey minds, start running amok and making stories up about what's going on, right? So when that happens, you're not getting most likely the right information. But I'm going to tell you and give you some advice a little bit on does it really matter, if you're wrong, right? So just for example, I always get like paranoid or stressed out when I think maybe I've said something wrong or that people are offended by what I said or they're upset by what I said or didn't agree with what I said. That's what I'm saying is, does it really matter if that's what they think, right? If I did offend them or if I did upset them or whatever, even though I have the purest intentions, that's how they're taking it, right? Then that's their thing. So that's the first thing I wanted to clear up with you. Don't stress about those things. It affects me a lot when I worry about how other people have taken what I said, right? And I had an example or situation that happened recently that made me think I wasn't right. I was wrong in being stressed out about that. I took what was the glances or the looks, I took them the wrong way. But then it also reminded me that it doesn't matter if my thought was correct and I did upset them or whatever, because as long as you have the purest intentions and you're not trying to be mean or trying to be snarky or trying to upset somebody, then you have the purest intentions with it. And as long as you have that, then don't worry about it. That's on them and their traumas and the way they take things. Okay. That's on them to figure out. It's not on you. You just have to have the purest intentions. So I was having a conversation with somebody, and I had mentioned something of to them. I can't go into like total detail of it, but I had said something to them, and it was a couple of them, and then they looked at each other, and I was like, "Oh, what did I say wrong? What did I say wrong? I thought maybe I overstepped my bounds or hurt their feelings, but what I was talking about was a dress. It was kind of silly, right? But they glanced at each other. Well, I was like really stressed out and like worked up about it. I'm like, what did I say wrong? What did I do? And so, I stepped away and went back to my room for a little bit. And a couple of days later, I found out the real story. And the real story had nothing to do with what I had said, but it had to do with a situation they were going through that had nothing to do with me. But it was connected, but it had nothing to do with me, right? So do you see what I'm saying when like your thoughts are not always correct? So in that situation, the thought was not correct. I was wrong in thinking that they were upset or bothered by what I said when they were upset or bothered about a situation that tied into it, but it had nothing to do with me. So you don't know what's going on in people's lives. And so you can't take everything personally and worry about it. And I had another situation where somebody had said something to me, and my thought immediately went, well, she just thinks I'm taking advantage of her, or, she thinks that I'm overstepping my bounds or whatever. And then come to find out later, that thought was wrong. That's not what the person was saying. They were just saying a joke to me. And I really hadn't upset them. Does that make sense? So just for example, say somebody invites you over to their house. You go over to their house and you don't bring what they wanted supposedly, right? And they tell you, well, that's not what I wanted, but they were joking, right? And you get really upset. Now, I understand sometimes there's a passive aggressive joking, but in the end, does it matter? Because you're still trying to do the best you can. If they want to be snarky about it, you can't take it personally and worry about it, right? It's really about standing in your power and not worrying about how other people are taking you if they're being offended, because you could be the most perfect person in the world, but people have their traumas that are going to, at some points, they're going to be maybe offended by what you say, right? So start just making sure first that you have the best intentions, because that's for you to live a healthier, happier life, to have the good intentions. You don't want to go into the negative parts where you're trying to get back at people. As long as you're doing that, your thoughts are going to maybe try to get you into fight or flight, because we're in fight or flight trying to make things right. Like if I did something wrong, I need to fix it, right? You want to just watch your thoughts and then think about it. Like if you're getting stressed out about a situation that happened, you want to take a step back and look at, like, did I really do something wrong? And if you did, then maybe apologize. But if you didn't, then just remember, first of all, your thoughts aren't always correct. Your thoughts are always going to go to the fight or flight thing, protecting you, like you did something wrong, so you need to do something about it. And second of all, if they did take offense to it, then that's their stuff and they've got to heal it. Okay? All right, so I hope this helped you out. Just remember, your first thought is your instinct, but if you're going into scared or upset or worried, then it's not your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't the truth always. Okay? It's your thoughts aren't the truth. Your heart is the truth. And so you need to start looking within for you to know this truth for you. All right? All right, real quick, we're going to hear from our sponsor of this video. Hi everyone, I wanted to talk real quick about the sponsor of this video. It's the Lifewave X39 patches. I don't recommend very many things, but when I do, it's something that I really love. And this is something that I really love. Me, my husband, and my mom have been on it for about 9 months now. And here are some of the benefits we've had. I have had more energy. I recover quicker from injuries. Like I'll just kind of tweak my knee or, my elbow or something, and it'll feel better by the next day. It just heals much quicker being on these patches. My hair is thicker. I went and got my hair cut the other day, and my son told me that my hair is much thicker than it has because he's the one that cuts my hair. And I just feel more at peace and less stress since being on these. And also there was a mole on my face that disappeared from it. And so many things can happen for you. So for my mom, who's 80, she has more energy. She doesn't need to take naps anymore in the afternoon, which is what she would always fall asleep in the later afternoon. And she no longer needs to or does take naps. It's not that she just would fall asleep because she'd be sitting there watching TV or something. And she no longer takes the naps. One thing we noticed is she had a cut on her finger right when we first started to put the patches on, and it was healed the next day. So she recovers more quickly. Bruises were going away more quickly for her. And also a new one is the doctor is taking her off some of her medication because her levels were very good. So that's another amazing thing that's happened for my mom. And then for my husband, he has more energy. He used to also fall asleep in the afternoon on the couch, and he no longer does that. He's just full of energy again. Right after starting the patches, it was like a week, he popped his shoulder out and out of socket. And so he, got it back in, and like, it's so painful. I don't know if you've ever had that happen, but he couldn't even lift his arm this far, from after it happened. But the next day he was able to lift it halfway up, and the day after that he was able to lift it all the way up. It was amazing. He has done it so many times, and he was never able to recover that quickly from an injury at all. And he's more calm and less stressed. So those are the amazing benefits. And so here's what it looks like. I'm going to show you real quickly. It is a little dot that you just put on the back of your neck. Have it on the back of my neck right now. See if you can see it there. And you just wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's amazing. I love it. And if you want to know any more information about it, the links are in the description below. If you have any questions, reach out. If you want to purchase it, the links are in below. Again, if you have questions, just reach out to me. My email or any contact information is in the description below. So check it out. It's been amazing for me and my husband and my mom and some of my friends and clients too. All right, thank you so much for being here. In the description below, there's a free healing meditation. Just click on the link and sign up and you'll receive a free healing meditation. People have loved it and it's really helped them. If there's so many ways to work with me, they're all in the description below, so check that out. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's any topics you would like to discuss, let me know, and I would love to talk about them on the podcast. So if there's any topics that sound interesting to you, just let me know, and I'd love to do a podcast on it. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video if you liked it. And now go do something you love. Every day, do something you love. Sing, dance, run around the yard. Whatever it is that you love that lifts you up and brings you joy, do at least one every day. And then do at least one self-care every day. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate. Do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything. And when you see something in someone that stands out to you, say it to them. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you, you're going to see a difference in your life. That's what I've got for today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.